How to manage your rice field using SRI technology. A well-managed rice field provides a good harvest. One system of managing your rice field is called System of Rice Intensification, or SRI. The SRI system uses less water by keeping the field moist but not flooded for most of the growing season. In this video, you will learn the 5 steps in using the SRI system to achieve greater rice yield while using less seed and water. The first step is seed pre-germination. Be sure to purchase improved seeds from seed agri-multipliers. Be sure to sort out the good grains by dipping the seed in water and removing any empty grains that remain on the surface. Then, put seed in a bucket filled with lukewarm water for 24 hours. Remove from water and place in a cloth or jute bag and place in a preheated hole or warm spot for 48 hours. This will pre-germinate the seed and prepare it for planting in a seed bed. The second step in SRI is to prepare a seed bed. For a 1 square rice field, which is 25 meters by 25 meters, or 25 long strides in each direction, prepare a dry or wet nursery of 50 meters squared, which is 10 long strides by 5 long strides across, made up of 5 seed beds each 10 meters, about 10 long strides, by 1 meter, about 1 long stride. The seed bin should be plowed, leveled, and damp. Add organic matter and sow about 125 grams of seed per seed bed. Sow lightly, covering the seed with a little soil and straw to keep away birds. Remove the straw 3 to 5 days after sowing. The third step is to plant and maintain your rice field. When the plants in your seed bin have 2 leaves, which is usually 8 to 10 days from sowing, water the nursery and begin transplanting into your rice field. Be sure to remove the plants with a clod of earth so not to damage the roots. Be sure to transplant when the plants have 2 leaves and no more. Planting seedlings with more than 2 leaves will produce less rice in your field. Transplant in a square with a spacing of at least 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters, which is about 1 foot length apart. Use a row cover or a knotted string for good tillering and weeding. The fourth step is water control. SRI requires good water control, alternating between irrigation and drying. Control the water in your rice field through dikes and bunds, which are made of a compacted clay embankment, which is perpendicular to the flow of water and follows the topographic contour lines. Dig a small channel inside each plot, approximately 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, or a little longer than your foot, to allow for drainage. Irrigate lightly after transplanting and keep damp for 2 weeks. Replace any dead plants. During the 3rd week after transplanting, bring water up to 2 centimeters, or about half the length of your thumb, for a full day or 2. Then remove the water. The drying will promote tillering, which leads to higher yields. It is also important to weed your field. Introduce water to the field the day before weeding so the mechanical weeder can easily pass in both directions. Weed 8 to 10 days after planting, and then every 10 to 15 days. During the grain formation period, add water for 2 to 3 weeks. Then completely empty the rice field 1 to 2 weeks before harvest. The 5th step is to harvest your field. Harvest when 80% of the panicles are straw-colored. Beat as soon as possible to avoid losses. Dry paddy to 12 to 14% moisture content and store in clean bags in a dry and ventilated area. Spread compost and grow vegetables in the off-season, as they are good for the soil and will help keep your rice fields productive. Following these 5 steps of rice seed germination, development of seed beds, planting and maintaining your crop, water control, and harvesting using the SRI system will help you to achieve greater rice yields.